I'm asking not as an Indians fan, although people will not believe that, but I'll ask it regardless.
That's okay.
JP, is Major League Baseball relieved that the Astros aren't playing this week?
So that's a great question. I think, Andrew, that obviously the back and forth, baseball's version of Spygate, if you will, was not a good story for the league, clearly.
But it went away in like 36 hours.
Yeah, it did. It did. And I think with the Astros' demise, that was part of it. I think it would be uncomfortable, a little more uncomfortable, I guess, if they were still playing. I would grant you that it'd be more of a topic. MLB, they had a very, very quick investigation. They very quickly issued a statement saying that they believed that there was nothing that was punishable there from a standpoint of any game sanctions or something dramatic of that nature. And the Astros have maintained publicly that there was nothing of an offensive nature, that it was merely defensive, which is a little questionable, I would say, given that if it was really, I think, to your point, Andrew, if that was really their sentiment, it's very easy to put a phone call into MLB's office and say, listen, can you guys check into this? Because that's the proper, we're not doing citizen arrest here. This is you go to the authority on the matter and let them handle things. So that to me was a little
fishy
of an argument to make from my perspective. But I think it's something in general, Andrew, that's going to be talked about a lot in the coming weeks. The GM meetings come up in about 10 days or so, and MLB has got to sit down and figure out, candidly, what kind of sport they want to be from a standpoint of technology. It's clearly the technology and the fear about signs being stolen. Not even just the actual act of it, but the fear of it is changing the game, because that's what's building in so many of the pauses, and they got to change my signs here and there because you're worried about signs being stolen. That is a very tangible, measurable fact. It's lengthening the games, and baseball has to find a way to make a comprehensive solution in a game where sign stealing is as old as the sport itself. They have to find a way to either regulate it or get everything out in the open somehow, some way, because until that happens, we're going to keep seeing problems occur like we saw with the Astros in this postseason.
Real quick here. There were plenty of reports of skepticism from other teams about the findings of MLB's investigation. Are you hearing the same skepticism?
Well, that was a report from Jeff Passan there recently about the frustrations of other teams. I think that's accurate, and I believe, again, that to me will be a very interesting forum to cover at the GM meetings. I would love to be actually in there. Listen, I won't be able to, but to actually hear what that actually is said, because that's going to be the airing of grievances, I believe, will be in those rooms, those meeting rooms. And the Astros, for a long time, Andrew, have probably not been the most popular team among other clubs, so that probably is part of the dynamic here.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.